Judging.
Judging.
Talking judging.
Okay, so we just want to do a quick video for those of you that are judging, maybe for the first time, or maybe it's been a long time since you've judged someone else. The fun thing about the Open is having someone count for you. It's like one of the best parts. You don't have to count your reps, especially in a workout like we have this first week of the Open, where you're doing a full minute of work. Counting it and breathing heavy is really hard. Someone else is counting for you. So we just want to talk about some tips and tricks and techniques that you can use as a judge. And I would say the very first thing is get to know your judge. So if Tyler and Tyler's judging me, I'm about to do the workout, he's gonna ask me how do I like certain things? It depends on the workout.
The first question I'm gonna ask Bree is, when I'm counting reps, does she want to know every time that it's a good rep? So do I need to count the number out loud for her? So if it's wall balls, 1, 2, 3, on and on and on, right? Or does she want to know every 5 reps? Or does she just want me to tell her where she's at if she breaks? Or does she just want me to let her know when she's done? There's a handful of different ways that you can do it, but the conversation needs to happen on what do you like, what do you want? And then if it's well, I don't care, and then you as the judge, you can just kind of pick the easiest one for you. More often than not, that is counting out loud. So whichever one works for you.
Yeah. And then on the sheet, do you want to?
I'm gonna come up closer. You're gonna tell me if we can see though.
Yes, that looks good.
Okay. So how you count too depends on the kind of move that we are doing. Box jumps, those are relatively slow movements. So what I could do is just use tallies every time they do a rep. That's fine. Great. There's not much for you to look at with box jumps either. Did they stand all the way up at the top? Did they take off from 2 feet? Pretty simple. With the wall balls, these happen relatively quick and you're having to change your eye level a lot. So with the wall ball, I might just watch one set. If they do a set of 10, great. I'm gonna write down 10 once they put the ball down, right? And then they do another set of 10, I'm gonna write 20 because they got to 20. If they do a set of 5 then I'll write 25. If that's the end of their set, then bam, I'm done. I would repeat that for the kettlebell swing because that's another fast movement. Push press is another fast movement. The row, you can just wait till the minute is up and you can write down the calorie number that is on the screen. That one's not too complicated, but the tallies are always good to use, or writing down that total number when the set is over, depending on how fast or slow the movement is, can be great ways or good techniques to use also.
Yeah, and I really like what he said about like what number, especially if you're, like I'm somebody that if we are going for a certain number, I like when they count backwards. That's just my, like, if it's 25 reps that I have to do, count backwards. Obviously, we're going for max reps in this first workout, so I want them to count forward. I might tell them to tell me every 10 reps and then what I got at the end. And I might even say, hey, on round 2, remind me how many wall balls I'm like trying to get. Like, what's my goal? Oh, I got 25 last time. Tell me to get 26. Mm-hmm. You know, do you like cheering during? Do you like, you know, when I say no rep, do you want to know why? Or do you gonna know why? That's another big one.
The no rep thing is huge. You have to make sure it is known. This is where you're gonna have to, I think in my opinion, it's the more uncomfortable part because you do have to be loud and you have to be firm with the no rep counting. You can't go, maybe, because does it count, does it not? Now you're confused and then there's a lot of confusion and there's still reps happening and you're probably gonna lose count. So if it's a no rep, make the decision right then and there. If there is confusion or whatever, we can talk about that later after the workout is over. But you're the judge, make the decision, and as an athlete, live with the decision. Don't argue with it.
Yes, and I would say as an athlete, if you don't know why you no repped, stop, ask, so that you don't waste reps. Because if they're just saying no rep 5 times in a row, you're both gonna get really frustrated. So like if you don't know why, most of the time you're gonna know why. Or your judge might say it really quick, like, hey, it didn't touch the wall. Or very obviously, the ball didn't touch the wall. Mm-hmm. That's a no rep. Like most of the time you know why. If it's a depth problem, sometimes they don't know why. You're not getting low enough, no rep. You're not getting low enough, no rep. Like making sure that they're aware of why they're getting no repped. And you know, we're all in here to help each other, but we're trying to help each other hold a standard of movement. So it's not mean, it's literally him helping me not him being mean to me or being tough on me, or anything like that.
Yep. I think the last thing, well, my last part that I want to talk about with judging is where do you position yourself, right? We've got a little bit of equipment out here, and it's going to give us a good example and a good peek into what works and what doesn't. If Bree's going to do kettlebell swings, I'm going to come over here because I feel like I'm more in frame over here. If Bree's going to do kettlebell swings, I want to be off to the side because it is going to show me that the kettlebell is passing shoulder height with her elbows straight here. Now, she's going to show you that angle, but there's the bent elbow. And even if it's a slight bend in the elbow, if you're out in front of that person trying to judge them, it may be harder to see. Okay? The kettlebell swing is a pretty black and white movement. There's not that much that can realistically go wrong as far as your judging goes there.
The first one
Yeah.
is this. That one doesn't count.
First one didn't count because she didn't get above shoulder height. Let's talk about the wall ball real quick. I'm going to move this a little bit closer. And if you're judging wall balls from behind, it is very hard for you to see if that ball actually hits the wall or not at the top. Right?
It didn't.
It did not. The second one, we didn't actually hear a sound. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this camera to the side, and we may not actually see the ball hit the wall, but the idea here is that now from the side, you're going to have a much better angle on does the ball hit the wall. As a judge, you're going to want to be on the side so I can see two things. Below parallel, did not get above the target, so that's a no rep. Below parallel, hit the target, that is a rep. And these are the things that you're looking for. My eyes go here, my eyes go there. My eyes go here, my eyes go there. And
This
you'll
one's
be able to
hard.
track that way.
This one's a hard one to judge. It's a lot of movement.
I think that's it. You're tired. With the judge, go
standards
ahead.
on the back.
Standards will be always on the back, so we always have our score sheets on the front. Okay, and when we get to talking about the movements, and the standards, they are written on the back right here. Doesn't hurt to read through them before you start, so you know exactly what you're looking at. But position yourself for success. Is the angle that you're at going to allow you to catch these things, or is it not? That's my biggest advice.
I like it.
All right,
Hopefully that's it.
Judging.
If you have questions, let us know.
cool.